Greetings and welcome back everyone to the channel. In this video, we will examine several fundamental mathematical operations that are widely used in both academic study and practical application. Specifically, we will focus on power, mod, square root, and absolute value plus the round. Each concept will be explained in a clear and structured manner with conscious examples to support understanding. This lesson is designed to build a strong fundamental understanding of these operations. Now, we have been given this information here. This is what we are going to deal with. And in the first place, let's look at the absolute value. Of course, this represents, let's have it here. For example, the absolute, okay? Maybe we would love to look at English. Let's look at English. Yes. Would love to have this. Yes. Of course, this represents the distance of number from 0 on a line. Okay. Now, let's try to find it, because the absolute value of 5 is 5. And the absolute value of negative 5 is 5. What am I trying to mean here? Now, for example, let's look at Paul. Paul English mark is 78.7. Okay? This is his mark. Now, the absolute value here, if at all we have been given, for example, like phys balance, okay? Like phys balance, maybe we have negative 6,000. This has maybe 5,000. This fellow maybe has negative 2,000. Okay, and maybe this fellow has negative 4,500. Okay, and maybe this has that amount of money. Now, the absolute value of these digits, the negative digits, is always their opposite that comes to the absolute. Let's try it from here, and we shall talk about the absolute. Okay, this is the absolute value. We're trying to find it from here, and the formula will be equals ABS. Okay, this is the formula. Then you're computing in F2, close our bracket, and you press enter. It is just the opposite. This figure is a negative, its absolute is a positive, and when you try to run it, this is what we definitely get. Now, let's look at the square root. Okay, let's look at the square root. Of course, when I talk about the square root of a number, is the value that, when multiplied by itself, results in the original number. Yes, let's try to look at this square root here and see how it really runs up. For example, let's make it down here. For example, we may talk about the square root of maybe, let's talk about the square root, okay, from here. Maybe we would love to talk about the square root of equals SQRT. This returns the square root of a number. For example, 81, okay? Yes. Of course, that is 9. Yes. The number multiplies itself to get this. We can try it again. The square root of a number. Maybe we may talk about 16. The square root of 16. Of course, that is 4. Yes. This is how we are getting the square root. Yes. Then let's look at another function. So first, we'll look at another function. Let's look at the mod. Okay, Yes, now this mod, this operation returns a reminder. Yes, you think of a number, when you divide it by 2, then the result is always 1. Yes, now for example, let's have the mod here. Okay, you're looking at the mod. You think of a number, when you divide it by 2, you get 1, or when you divide it by 3, something of the kind. But the resultant is always 1. Okay, yes, as long as you get a remainder. For example, this is equals, you're looking at the mod, and you shall get a remainder here. Okay, yes. Let's run it. So first we shall say this is equals mod. Okay, equals mod. We open our brackets. This is 5, 2, close our bracket. You shall get a 1. Okay, have you seen? Yes, something of the kind. We can have another here. We're looking at the mod. Okay, we need to get a remainder. Open our brackets, and we shall say this is 10,3. Okay, we close our brackets. Have you seen? Yes, that's how the mod works. Let's proceed looking at another function. We can look at maybe power. Yes, exponentiation. You're looking at power, and when you look at this power, represents repeated multiplication of a number by itself. At times 2 raised to the power of 3 is as written as 2 power 3. Let's look at the power here. Okay, how do you find the power? And this exponential, of course, indicates how many times a base number is multiplied by itself. For example, we may talk about equals power. Okay, equals power. Equals power. We may talk about, see, bring in our very example we used earlier before. This is 5 to 2. Yes, we are getting 25. We are using the power. Okay, this is an exponential. Yes, of course, it indicates how many times the base has been multiplied. Yes, you can still try it again by using we can say this is equals power. Okay, you're using power. You can say this is 10. You can use still 2 here. Okay, have you seen? So that's how power is applied. Yes, the explanation of that. Okay, we proceed with another function. We may talk about of course, we are looking at another function. Let's talk about the round. Okay, yes, now this round, let's make it from here. Let's make it from here because we have been given. Let's have the round from here. Yes, now when it comes to this round, of course, we have been given these marks with decimal points. Okay, we would love to remove these decimal places, these decimal points given to us in this mark. Okay, what we shall do, this will be equals round. Okay, equals round. Now we can maybe choose, like for example, this will belong in English. We may have to say this is B2. Okay, this is B2, 0. We close our brackets, and when I press enter, this decimal point will be removed. That is the round function. It removes the decimal point in a given number. Okay, and it has been rounded off because there is a 6. It is beyond 5 after the decimal point, so we can still move that. And this has been for Calvin it is 59.3, and we have it this side as 59. This is 89.9 and we have 89 this side. Yeah, that has been the absolute round. Okay, now we can still have the round up. Okay, yes, the round up. Now when it comes to this round up, of course it will favor the student in a way. For example, let's have it. This is the round up. It says equals. Okay, equals round up. We are using the round up because round up you can still have the same. Let's use math this time round. This is C2. Okay, C2 comma, we're having that 0. We cross that up. Okay, have you seen the learner here is favored? Yes, I have a match. This is below 5, but the learner is favored by the round up. Yes, it is not on the same case when it comes to this of round. Okay, if the digit does not reach, after the point does not reach 5, the learner is not favored. But when it comes to the round up, the learner is always favored under that criteria. Very good. We move on. Let's try to look at the round down now. Let's use this as the round down. Let's compute this for the round down. Not forgetting, this is round up. Okay, round up, and we are using this as the round down. Okay, this is the round down now. We move on and we show us this is equals round down. Okay, this time round let's use ICT, which is D2 comma is 0. We move it. Okay, now when you look at ICT is 81.9, we are rounding it down, meaning that all digits after the decimal point won't be favored. Here learner is not favored, and the computer has just erased or removed all the decimal points plus the digits after the decimal points. That is the round down. So we have seen the absolute, we have seen the mod, that is looking at the remainder. Okay, we have seen the square root of number, and we have looked at also power. Yes, we have seen all those in our video. Continue to subscribe to our channel. Yes, the channel has so many related educative videos onto it. Various mock bodies, they are there, both papers. You name both papers O and A level. Yes, senior 5 new curriculum is also there. Videos about website designing and various related videos, they are onto this channel. I really appreciate. Thank you for viewing. Kindly subscribe. We'll meet again in the next video.